Good morning from Washington, and check it out, it's the Puget Sound. So I flew in yesterday. I didn't film any of that. It was an early morning flight, and then coming into Seattle, it was overcast in typical fashion. Not that I'm complaining, but unfortunately I didn't get to film any of the Cascades or Mount Rainier coming in. So right now I'm on Whidbey Island, and the rough plan for today, and it's very flexible, is to go up to the San Juan Islands, specifically Orcas Island, where I'll be camping. And then from there, I'm gonna go up to Stevens Pass in the Leavenworth area. I'll do all the touristy things in Leavenworth, but then the big plan is to go snowshoeing at Stevens Pass. So the next 8 days will be filled with a bunch of great scenery and good hikes, and then unfortunately I'll have to head back to North Carolina. Change number one of this trip. I intended to catch the 11:20 ferry, but quickly realized that I was not going to be able to do it. I had to make a couple stops in Oak Harbor on my way up to Anacortes. When I realized that I wasn't going to make the ferry, I just decided to pull over here at Deception State Pass, park, and film a little bit. And my goal now is to catch the 3:05 ferry from Anacortes. All right, so I'm waiting here at the Anacortes Ferry Terminal. They're offloading one of the ferries, and I don't think that's actually the one we're going to get on. I think it's the one closest to us. I think that one that's unloading right now is coming from San Juan's or maybe one of the other locations. You can see the Cascades, North Cascades in the background there. All right, so it's around 7:15 in the evening. Got off the ferry. It was raining a decent amount, but now it's starting to spit. Of course, it was dark when I got off the ferry because I took the later one. Figuring out how to pay and setting up camp was a little bit of a challenge, but I mean, I got some headlamp and some other lights that I was able to use. I've been sitting around a lot the last couple days, so I just figured I got to get out and get some steps in, move around, even though it's very dark out here. So probably in a little bit, maybe 30 minutes tops, I'll probably turn in for the night and sleep, and then get up early in the morning and start all the adventures out here on Orcas Island. Right, real quick update. I'm on the top of Mount Constitution, and you can see my view is non-existent. The clouds will go disappear really quick, but it doesn't last too long. So I'll give a better update once I get down to the car. I'm probably going to come back another day when it clears up. Okay, so it's later in the afternoon. I just finished my hike up to Mount Constitution. It was about a 6.7 mile loop that I did. In the background here we have Mountain Lake. So here in a little bit I'm actually going to run into the town of East Sound, and there's a couple items that I need to pick up. Primarily I don't have any matches or a lighter to use my camp stove. And then I might check out the city, and then from there I'm either going to come back here or I'm going to go straight to Obstruction Pass State Park and see what's going on down there. There was a gap in filming and I needed to go back and explain what's happening in the next scene, otherwise it wouldn't have made sense. After I finished my hike, I went into the town of East Sound, like I said, got the items that I needed, and decided to come back to Moran State Park to have lunch by the lake that's near the campground. Alright, so here we are. This is Cascade Lake, which is kind of by the campground that I'm at. Just finished up lunch, which is a barbecue pork. I think I'm going to try to hit Obstruction Pass State Park. It's getting dark quick, even though it's only 2:30. So I'm down here at Obstruction Pass State Park. This will probably be my last update for the day. It's been a long day. I got up at 5:30 this morning, and that hike just took a number on me. I have to say, this is the views, man. This is it. Like, this is amazing. I love it. And what I learned is you can do some back country camping here. So maybe in a future trip, but it's probably going to be a couple years, honestly. So next time will probably be tomorrow morning. Look forward to taking the Inner Island Ferry to Friday Harbor tomorrow. Good morning. I'm on the south end of Mountain Lake. I just did about a 1.3 mile hike in. So once I get back to the vehicle, depending on how quickly I get back, and then I want to take a shower, If I can make the 10:30 ferry to San Juan, that'd be great. Otherwise, I'm going to take the 12:25. The nice thing about taking the later ferry is that I'll get to ride the ferry at night. So we'll see what happens. All right, so I made it back to Orcas Island. Spent the last couple of hours at Friday Harbor. I'm just having a snack and enjoying a great view, which I'm going to turn the camera around here in just a moment and show you. Well, good evening. It's the end of the second full day. Really been out here 2.5 days, and it's just shocking how much I've done, and it just feels like so much longer. So the plan is changing a little bit. Tomorrow I had planned to go back, but instead I think I'm gonna actually spend another night out on the San Juans, but this time on Lopez Island. As far as the rest of the day is concerned, I'm gonna hike a little bit more of the Cascade Lake Trail down to, I believe it's called Rosario's Resort. Hopefully we'll be able to check out some of that stuff down there. And then from there, I'm gonna go either up to Mount Constitution to try to see if I could get some better views than the way it was a couple days ago. And then I'm gonna head from there, or I'm gonna head to Turtleback Mountain, do that hike, and then head over to Lopez. Well, good morning. I'm down here by the Rosario Resort. Things are going pretty smoothly this morning. So after this, I'm gonna head back. I'm gonna go up to Constitution Point. I think it's gonna be a little bit better than the other day when I went up there. And then head over to Lopez. All right, well, it's around 2 o'clock in the afternoon and I'm at Ship Peak at Turtleback Land Preserve. Recapping on today, I got up, I hiked down to Rosario Resort. That took a couple hours, and then I headed back to the park where I drove up to Mount Constitution. The weather was a little bit more cooperative today, but there were spots where it completely clouded over. And then I'm here, and then a little bit, I'm hoping to catch the 5 o'clock ferry now. I think that's what it is, over to Lopez Island. Quick update, as I was leaving Turtleback Mountain Preserve, I checked the ferry terminal time and I was actually off by an hour. It's gonna be at 6:20. So I figured I'd drive around a little bit, and I came down here to Deer Harbor. Good morning from Spencer Spit State Park. I'm out here on the Spit right now. And if you look in the background, kind of where I'm pointing is where the campground is. It's a walk-in campground, so it's very primitive. It would have been nice to actually get here earlier in the day because of how nice it is out here and the fact that I had to hike in to the campground. It's only maybe a quarter mile at most. So this morning I was able to get some awesome time lapses. Unfortunately, the sun didn't come out, but the cloud movement was actually more spectacular than I thought. It's kind of hard to see out here. You can see a little bit of the movement with the naked eye, but once I was able to play it back and see what it was, I probably should have let some of the time lapses go a little bit longer. So I'm definitely going to be taking the I think it's 12:55 ferry back to Anacortes. All right, so I'm on the hiking trails here at Spencer Spit State Park. I have a little bit more time before the ferry comes, so I figured I'd go ahead and knock these out. This wraps up part one. In the next part, we'll be heading up to the Leavenworth Stevens Pass area.